A little over 3 years ago, I almost died. I went to a chiropractor I had never seen before. He cracked my neck and tore my 2 vertebral arteries in the back of my neck. I survived for 3 days, miraculously. When I did finally end up at the ER, all the doctors were absolutely shocked that I was even alive, let alone that I had been alive and survived for the last 3 days. The only reason why I made it to the ER was because when my mom was like 22, she saw a story on Dateline about a model who went to a chiropractor, got her neck cracked, took a nap, and never woke up. So when I told my mom that I had gone to the chiropractor and I wasn't feeling good and I was having vision issues, that's the first thing she thought of. Because of that, I had made it a point that I wanted to share my story. And the 2 birthdays after this happening, I shared my story. But this past birthday, I didn't. And earlier this week, I was reminded why I should share this story at least once a year. A family friend of mine reached out to my mom and told her that her daughter actually went to a chiropractor, got her neck cracked, and was experiencing the same symptoms I was. The only reason why her daughter went to the emergency room was because her mom remembered my story. And sure enough, this young woman also suffered a vertebral artery dissection. And had she not heard of my story, who knows if she would be here today. All this to say, now I've said my story in grave detail and I'll spare you the details. Do not get your neck cracked by a chiropractor. I understand that chiropractors have done great things for many, many people. But if you ask any neurosurgeon, any doctor, they will say the same thing that I am saying. There are way too many important arteries in your neck that lead directly to your brain that it's just simply not worth getting your neck cracked. The thing that I tell people all the time is, you're more than welcome to go to the chiropractor. You're more than welcome to get your neck cracked. But just know that the consequences and the side effects of getting your neck cracked by a chiropractor could be you becoming paralyzed, you having a stroke, or you simply just not being alive anymore. As long as you are aware that those are the consequences and you decide to go forward, all the more power to you. But I did not know that those were my possible consequences. And had I known that, I would have never ever let that happen to me. So I'm just here to inform you that those are the possible consequences and side effects of you getting your neck cracked by a chiropractor.
Okay, it's time for me to do my annual retelling of how my high school bully watched me get into a car accident, which led to us getting married. I'll just start from the very beginning. So we met for the very first time on October 7th of 2016. Keep that date in mind. I was in 9th grade and he was in 10th grade. Where we're from, 9th grade is in junior high, 10th grade is in high school. So at this point, we were not going to school together. Our best friends were dating each other at the time, so they introduced us. We hit it off immediately. This was kind of the beginning of our situationship. We talked on and off for almost an entire year. Fast forward to the summer before my 10th grade year. We talked every single day. We hung out a few times. He was coming and watching me cheer at the football games. It definitely was heading in the direction of a relationship, and we were about to go to school together for the very first time. Tell me why. The night before school starts, he texts me, basically just like ends things. He's like, I'm not ready for a relationship. Come to find out, that was literally his friends doing. This time, I was very mad. I was like, this situationship is over. That ship has sailed. I'm never talking to him again. Not only did I just waste my entire summer talking to you, but now we're about to go to school together, so I'm gonna be forced to see you every single day, and it's gonna be so awkward because we have mutual friends. For the first 2 weeks of school, we would just avoid each other, constantly running into each other in the hallways. Things were just awkward, but we didn't like hate each other. Until he had these friends, they weren't necessarily in his friend group, started to pursue me and one of my other friends. We ended up rejecting them. Let's just say they did not take well to that. They're the ones that actually started making fun of us, and it was incessant, calling us names, came up with like cartoon characters that they were comparing us to, like very rude. Eventually Lucas started joining in. I remember he would literally film me in the hallways and like post it on his Snapchat story, and it didn't really bother me when his friends would do it, but it hit different when Lucas would do it because low-key still have feelings. So this goes on for about 2 months. I can't remember what triggered this, but there was one day after school that I was like, I am done. I've had enough. So I went home and I blocked him on Instagram, but not on Snapchat. Again, keep that in mind. So at this point, it's late November. I go out to lunch one day with my mom and sister, and I am just ranting to them about this whole situation with Lucas. I was telling them about how this boy was bothering me at school, but we used to like each other, and how I was so annoyed and how I blocked him. As we round the corner, I look to my right. You'll never guess who I see. I'll give you one guess. Yeah, it was Lucas. Tell my mom and sister that's literally him right there. So when my sister hears this, the comedian she is, she goes, watch this. Starts rolling down her window. No. I knew immediately what she was up to. So I duck down. Sure enough, she starts yelling his name at him. Next thing I know, hear this huge crash. I am jolted forward with so much force. My head is hurting. I look up and this is the very first thing I see. What happened is we were going through a parking lot and a car was speeding through the parking stalls, so we T-boned them and they like spin out. No one was hurt, but it was so loud and dramatic. I am mortified. Not exaggerating, I literally started praying that Lucas and his friend wouldn't come over to check on us. Luckily, some other bystanders beat him to it. So after Lucas goes in the store that he was originally walking in, I got out of the car and, like a dramatic 15-year-old does, I took a picture of the car accident and posted it on my Snapchat story. And like I said, he was blocked on Instagram but not on Snapchat. He slides up on my story. Oh my gosh, I just saw this. Are you okay? That was insane. He's checking on me. He's asking me all these questions to know if I'm okay and all this stuff. And I was like, okay, so what I'm hearing is that you still care about me. So the car accident changed everything for us. He stopped teasing me at school. I unblocked him on Instagram, would go as far as to say that we were friends again, but I did not want to date him. Fast forward a month, one of my really close friends and one of his really close friends wanted to go on a date. They were kind of shy with each other. My friend would only agree to go on this date if it were a double date. Me and Lucas had to go on the double date with them. I was my friend's only single friend. Lucas was his friend's only single friend at the time. I tell my friend no. I'm like, sorry, find someone else, not happening. And she low-key begs me for like weeks, and I was like, okay, fine. I will go on one date and then you're on your own. So that Friday rolls around and we go on this date. What do you know? I had a great time. They had the whole night planned for us. It was so much fun. I was laughing the entire night. Lucas was being so nice and funny. It was a really good date. I couldn't deny it even though I wanted to. So the night ends. They ask us to go on another double date. And then another, and another, and another. And we end up spending almost the entire Christmas break together. Yes, Lucas did apologize to me at this point. We started hanging out one-on-one. He would come watch me cheer at the basketball games. We went to a school dance together. And then he asked me to be his girlfriend. And this time I said yes. And we just never stopped dating. And then he asked me to marry him. And once again, I said yes. This is us on our wedding day on October 7th, 2022. The anniversary of the day we very first met. We love our life together. It's so much fun. And that is the story time of how we went from enemies to lovers. For all of those who are mad at me, heaven forbid a girl love thy enemy. That's all I gotta say.
Story time on the time I almost dated an influencer that you guys all probably know. I think we're about to date, or I was just a prop. I'm still confused. Let's just get into it. So this story time all starts 10 months ago with an app that will not be named. It's kind of like Voldemort. I still get goosebumps when I think about it. Very fucking scary. Now, granted, I downloaded this app because in the beginning, I didn't understand the concept of this app. I think I first downloaded it when I was like 20 and I was like, okay, like I'm gonna add it to my roster, like Tinder, Bumble, Hinge. Come on, let's find love before fall. I want to go pumpkin picking with somebody. So I remember I downloaded it because I had not a fucking clue what it was. And I found out very fucking quick. I think 2 minutes after putting my profile pic on there. So I think the concept of the app was supposed to be for dating, and then that quickly turned into 4 a.m. rendezvous for everybody on that app. So there is no dating. It's a form of dating, and it's called Where You At, Send Your Location. Okay, you guys probably understand the app that I'm already talking about right now. If not, you've been saved. Very fucking scary. So like I said before, I downloaded this app when I was 20, and I was like, okay, like I want a little boyfriend. And I found out the hard way that you're not gonna meet your boyfriend on there. You'll meet a random 40-year-old neighbor who will not stop chatting you. Please leave me alone. But in the midst of all the craziness on that app, like occasionally, like I would say 1 out of like 86 messages on there would be like a little bit of normalcy, and it would be somebody like your age, just like, hey, like what's going on? Now granted, I barely fucking use this app. Like Tinder and Bumble were my mojo before I got banned from Tinder for the 18th time. That's a whole nother story. I don't want to start crying. So I more so started using this app as kind of like a binocular situation. Like I would go in, peer in there, see the crazy ass shit I was being sent, screenshot, send it in my girls group chats, and then go back to my YouTube docuseries for the night. I was not using this serious. So as I said before, it would be a lot of crazy ass messages on this app, but like once again, 1 out of 86 of them would be like slightly normal. I'll be like, okay, wait, like I'll respond to you, like how are you doing? And then, you know, it would end up turning crazy, and I would be like, okay, back to Bumble, I packed my shit. So I remember it's one particular day, and I peer onto the app because I'm like, you know what, I'm bored as fuck. Like it's a Saturday, I'm not gonna be drinking with the girls until 8 p.m. It's 2 p.m. What's going on in the app? Am I gonna get threatened, or is there gonna be crazy pictures sent to me? What's going on? So I remember I toggle on there, and the second I go on there, because keep in mind this app's location base was scared me even fucking more, but like people can message you based on location. Like, it's not like Tinder and Bumble where you can just swipe. Like, it's more so like there's a grid of people and you click on somebody and you fucking chat with them. Like, there's no laws. It's a lawless ass app. So I remember I get on there just to peer around one day and I get a message. Okay. Now keep in mind, this profile, it was blank because you can fucking do that on this app apparently. It felt like Dateline. But I remember it's blank and it's, the age is somebody like my age. So I guess this was 10 months ago. So I was, how old was I? Fuck. 22 at the time. Yeah, 22, young and fun. Perfect. So I think this person was 24, which I was like, okay, like, you know, 2 years older. What's going on? I remember I get a message. It is not the normal ass, like, can you send me 14 butt naked pictures of you upside down and with a spoon on your head? Like, none of that shit. It was more so like, hey, gorgeous. And I was like, huh? I was a little caught off guard at first because I'm like, okay, like, blank profile calling me gorgeous around my age group. Something is in the fucking brew. I don't know if I trust them. So what do? I respond. Absolutely. I said, hey, what's going on? So I give him a little hey and he chats back fucking instantly. And he's like, how are you doing? Like, you're honestly one of like the prettiest fucking people I've seen on this app. Like, I hope you're having such a good day. Like, tell me all about yourself, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, huh? Because once again, when I would go into this app just for peering purposes and I would go through the fucking chats, like the shit that I was being sent, like it wasn't how's your day. It was let me make your day, send your location, like crazy shit. So I'm like, wait, like this kind of different. Okay. So I think like I like go to another app and then I kind of toggle back over and I was like, okay, wait, like forgot to respond to him. So I'm like, oh, like, thank you so much. Like, you're so sweet, like blah, blah, blah. So we're chatting back and forth at this point. And like, I'm not even kidding. It kind of felt like I was talking to like a man that just approached me at Barnes and Nobles who's like hitting on me. Like, it was honestly kind of cute. Like, I was like, okay, like paperback copy or like hard copy. Like, it was so fucking cute. Like, he was just being very fucking sweet. He was like, you're just so pretty. Like, I really want to take you out. Like, you're too pretty like to be on this app. And I was like, trust me, like this app is just for peering purposes. But I remember in the back of my head while we were talking, I was like, wait, like this is how I get myself in dangerous situations because I still haven't seen his face yet. I'm talking to like a blank profile picture. Like, it's just like a little avatar. So I'm like, I don't know who this is. There's got to be a fucking catch because he's allegedly my age. He's being very fucking normal and very fucking sweet. Chills. So I was like, okay, like he's probably like, you know, like still hasn't stepped out of his walkway closet yet. Or he's a serial killer. I don't know which one. So I remember we're like literally like 30 minutes in the chatting, like back and forth. And I was like, oh wait, like, what do you look like? Like, not to be like weird, but like, what's going on? Who are you? And I remember I asked him and he sends back like a picture on fucking spot. And I'm like, and I remember it was kind of on like timer cam. I think that's what it was. On this fucking app, you could use like a timer cam thing where like you can't screenshot. Like, such a suspicious app. Like, why was I on this? Why was I peering on this app? So I remember he sends a picture on timer cam and I'm kind of nervous about to hit it. Like, I'm like, okay, like what am I going to be like met with? Like, I'm really fucking nervous. Like, nothing good comes from this app. Who was I just telling about my day to? And I fucking click on it and why is it about 6'6" white frat boy? Okay. Now, unfortunately at this time, that was exactly my fucking type. Perfect. So I look at it and I was like, okay. Now, granted, he wasn't like the sexiest little fucking thing out there. Like, this was not like Timothée Chalamet tease, but like very much like he was cute. Like, it wasn't like so hot, but like, okay. So I'm like, wait, like, you're kind of attractive. Like, what's going on? Like, now I want to talk more. And he just starts telling me like all about his life, which like once again isn't normal on this app, even on like Tinder and Bumble. But like, he's just telling me like so much. Like, he's sending me like paragraphs about like his life and like all these different things. And he's asked me about my life. Like, it's very much giving like datesy cutesy. But in the back of my head, I'm like, okay, like this shit's not gonna fucking go anywhere because I don't trust any of these little Neanderthals on the app. So I'm just gonna, you know, keep babbling because I'm bored until I go out with my girls. When I tell you, me and this man probably chat for fucking 4 hours, like just back and fucking forth. He's making jokes with me. We're giggling. He's telling me about his life and about how like he lives in Florida right now, but also he's from my area. So he like put on like a distance thing, but about how like when he comes to visit back here, because he comes here a lot to visit his family, that he really wants to see me and like take me out and like not even like in a hook up, you know, 4 a.m. rendezvous. I leave with my hair all tangled. Like, no, like he wants to give me flowers. Okay. I love a good garden. So I was eating this shit up and I was like, he's probably love bombing me, but like, okay. And he's like also like telling me he wants me to meet his dog. He's sending pictures of his dog, like pictures of him and his dog, like all this different fucking shit. And I'm like, okay, like he's definitely fucking real. Like, there's no way. Because keep in mind, these don't even look like Instagram, like curated ass pictures. Like, they're very much like family, like heirloom ass pictures. And I'm like, okay, perfect. We're talking. And we talk literally for 4 to 5 hours. And then I was like, okay, like by this point, I was like getting ready for the pregame. So I was like, baby, like, I gotta go. And he's like, okay, like, please be safe. Like, it was so, like, nice talking to you. Like, text me, like, when you get home, from going out, like, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, like, don't sweat it. Like, I got you. I remember I got to the bar, and I'm pretty sure I completely forgot to even message him back that night. I did not give a damn that much. It was a cute little person to talk to for 5 hours, but baby, now I got vodka spray spinning in my head. It's kind of like a tornado. So I remember I get home, and I wake up in the morning, and, like, I'm going through my apps, whatever, and I, like, toggle back to that app, because I was like, wait, like... And I click on it, and once again, like, he's on there. He chatted me in the morning. He was like, good morning, gorgeous. And I'm like, wait, like, am I being mine at 9? So that transpires the whole next day. Me and him, we're not chatting as much that whole day, but, like, we're talking, like, a good fucking amount. And that transpires, we talk for, like, another day after that and another day after that. And I think we're on the 4th day of talking, and we're just, like, going back and forth, like, shooting the shit. And then all of a sudden, poof. Now, you would have thought I was in a sandstorm with the way I said poof, and it kind of felt like it, because suddenly I was blinded when I went on my phone, and I saw that his account was poofed. Now, granted, you're probably like, you dumb bitch, like, you didn't ask for a Snapchat or anything. Baby, I'll never ask for anything first. Like, in my days, like, I literally... Like, I used to talk to men on Tinder for, like, literally, like, 2 fucking weeks, and, like, until you ask for my digits, I'm not giving you shit. So, like, his account just poofed, and I was like, huh. And I remember at first I was like, damn, like, he really, and keep in mind, like, on this app, you can see, like, their height and all that. Like, he very much was, like, 6'6" or, like, 6'7", like, tall as fuck, looked fucking good, and I was like, damn. And also from, like, talking to him, he had money. So I see he poofed into thin air, and I'm like, okay, Houdini, like, a magic trick, he's fucking gone. I shrug, I said, another one bites the dust. Time to go back to Bumble. So I don't even think I was really upset. Like, I was just kind of like, damn, for like probably like a good like 2 minutes. But then I realized that he's a man at the end of the day, and that app was a fucking weird ass app. So I was like, okay, you know what? Like, back to my stomping grounds, forget about it. And genuinely I do. I fucking forget about it. And once again, I still have like that app on my phone, but I once again don't really go in it. I probably would go in it like once every 2 weeks just to like do my peer check and see like what jungle freak in the area is hitting me up. And then I would go back to like picking my nose and watching docuseries. Until I want to say a month and a half later, I pop back onto that app for a moment. I pop back on, you know, just say hi to the girls, and all of a sudden I get a message from a blank profile. And once again, that'd be common on this app, like, to get a message from a blank fucking profile, like, very mysterious. And I get a message, and once again, they're my age again, they have no profile, and they're like, hey, like, you're so pretty, this and that. And I'm like, thank you. Perfect. So right after I say thank you, that's when he kind of follows it up, and he was like, hey, listen, like, we've talked before, like, I really, really, really liked you, but I was, like, going through so much at the time, like, I didn't know how to process anything, like, I was just so stressed, like, I just ended up, like, deleting my whole account, but, like, now I think I'm open, like, for a relationship, like, I really would want a relationship with you. And I'm like, first of all, hold on, like, a relationship, I don't know, who are you? Because I'm not gonna lie, he poofed out of my fucking mind, like, out of mind, like, onto the neck, so I had no fucking clue, and I was like, that's really sweet, but, like, who are you, question mark? And then I get a stinky little timer cam picture. And it's that man again. I remember I looked at the picture at first and I was like, who the fuck is this? Like, short-term memory. And then I was like, oh, yeah. Because keep in mind, people on that app I would not talk to for like long periods of time. Like, it very much was like 20 minutes. And when they realized I wouldn't meet them then and there for like some crazy ass, like 50 shades of anything, it was shut down. So he was one of like the few that I actually babbled with for like multiple days. So I was like, oh, I remember you. Yeah. So I was like, yeah, like, I have no interest in talking to you. Like, all due respect, like, we literally talked for like 4 fucking days and like you poofed. Not that it meant anything, but still, like, you wasted like a couple hours out of each day. Like, you kind of irritated me. Like, that all adds up to like, you need to cash at me now. You irritate me. So I basically told him, I was like, I don't think I'm interested. And he like is sending me fucking paragraphs. Like, I'm not kidding. Like, these are Bible verses. Like, it's full on fucking Lutherans 12 all up in my phone. He's like, no, like, I completely get where you're coming from. He's like, I really like, I like you so much. Like, ever since like I like deleted everything, I've been thinking of you. Like, I know that sounds so crazy because we barely talked, but like, seriously, you've been heavy on my mind. Basically just saying like all this different shit that was happening in his life. He was like, yeah, like, I've been having issues with my mom and like my dog and like my pet hippopotamus and like my goldfish like kind of flipped upside down and like the tank like fell over. Like, just all these random fucking excuses. But like, some of the excuses like sounded really fucking sad. Like, for example, like, he'd be like, my dog like stepped like on like a piece of like cardboard, but like also like my grandma like died of like terminal cancer. And I'm like, okay, like, this is a lot for this app at that. You're fine. So basically I was like, you're fine, like, deep breaths, like, whatever. And he's like, I just really want to start talking to you again. Like, you made me feel so much better. Like, you're one of like the nicest, like, prettiest people on this app. Like, he really was hyping me up. And I'm sorry, for me personally, like, you call me fucking pretty or gorgeous, like, oh, like, now I got a pee stain purposely. Like, I don't know, he was just saying all the right fucking shit. And I was just like, okay, like, You're really sweet. So basically we start babbling again. And once again, at this point, like, even before I wasn't taking it fucking seriously, but like, especially this time, I was like, all right, like, this is just a little mini game, little sim character. So we start like catching up allegedly. Like, we don't even know each other like that, but like, basically just like, how have you been? Like, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, good as I can be. Like, he might, I'm pissed. Like, I'm not good. But I'm just like, you know what? Living my best life, I guess. Like, how about you? He's telling me about his life and like what's going on. Like, he's still in Florida and like, he's like coming home this upcoming week. So he's like, yeah, like I wasn't even gonna download this app like again because like I was just like going through so much, but like now everything's starting to get better with like all my family issues. Like my fish isn't unalived anymore and my grandma is somehow survived, like all this random shit. But he's like, I didn't want to like bother you again, but you've been literally like on my mind so much, so I downloaded this app because I knew I was coming back to my state, because once again he was in Florida at the moment and he was like, I'm coming back to your state like in a few days and like I really want to take you out. Like there's no excuses or anything, like I want to fucking see you. See, at this point I'm just hearing dolphin noises. Like I know he's like not fucking for real, but I'm like, you know what, like we're both on the same page, like we'll just do this little role play, right? Like kind of feels like we're in the Seussical play, like we're just role fucking playing, because he's like, yeah, like I'm really gonna take you out, like I promised him to take you out. I'm like, like yeah you are, like right, knowing damn well I'm like, no, like I'm like, even like I don't even want to go out with him, like, you know, like he's just a mediocre fucking like frat boy. Still my type, but mediocre. So literally that whole day kind of entails of him like begging me to go out with him. Like he's like, I really want to go out with you, like I want to like do this with you, this and this. And like I'm not kidding, like some of the shit he was saying, like I swear was copied and pasted out of a fucking Wattpad. Like it was so like so ridiculous. But like the shit he was saying, and I was just egging, like it's the definition of like just egging it on just to like, I don't know, like I was bored. Like for example, he'd be like, yeah, like I want to pull up to your house with like 400 roses and like walk up to your door and like knock on the door and I'm gonna like walk you to the car and then like I'm gonna open the door open for you, and I'm just over here like, oh, like what if I trip when you open the door? And he's like, then I would pick you up. Like I'm just egging shit on, like full on just fucking egging shit on. And I'm just like, at the same time I'm just like picking my nose, like watching Netflix at the same time, and also somehow like painting my eyeball. Like I'm doing so much at once, I don't care. And he's like, I'm so fucking for real this time, like I swear on fucking everything, like I got you this. So he maps out a whole date for a day, right? Like he's like, okay, like I fly in, like let's say me and him are talking like a Monday. He's like, I fly in on a Thursday, so I'm gonna fly in on that Thursday and I want to see you like ace. And he's like mapping out every little thing that's gonna happen too, like so Wattpad coded. Like he's like, I'm gonna like walk up to your door and like escort you to the car and like all this fucking shit. And I'm just like, okay, like me sitting there with like no teeth, like perfect. So we talked the rest of that day. I want to say that day we talked for like 4 hours, just like back and forth. And keep in mind at this point I'm not taking him really seriously, but I'm just like, you know what, like I'm bored. And as before, goes into the next day, and the next day me and him like talk like a good amount throughout that day. And then Wednesday coming up, the day before Thursday, me and him are talking the fucking like talking about everything under the sun. Like we're talking probably for like 8 fucking hours that day. And once again, like I'm doing other shit throughout my day, but like this is like my little texting buddy, and he's like hyping me up, and I'm just like, okay, like I love this here. Like he's telling me like I'm pretty every single day. Don't even know if he's about shit, but I love it. And we text all the way up until Thursday, and then Thursday comes around, me and him are still texting, because once again in my head I was like, Thursday, like he definitely is gonna poof out of thin air again, like the Wattpad's gonna be over, like, you know, what, our little role-playing session. But nope, he didn't block me. He surprised me. He chatted me early in fucking like Friday morning. It was like, good morning, gorgeous. I'm like, oh, me and him are texting, we're babbling back and forth, and we're babbling all the way up until 4 p.m. And keep in mind, like in the beginning of that day, he keeps telling me, he's like, oh, like I have like a surprise for you. Like I can't wait for you to see the surprise. Like I got it just for you. I'm so excited. And I'm just like, okay, like it's probably gonna be like a termite with like chocolate wrapped around it. Like I don't know what to trust from these people on here. And then like it's nearing around like 4 o'clock when like, the date's set for 6, and he's like, okay, like I really want to like tell you, like do you want me like to spoil the secret? Because you know I don't like fucking surprises. I was like, bitch, like tell me, like during this little role play. And he's like, okay, like basically like earlier in one of our conversations I asked if you like silver or gold more, and you said gold. And he's like, yeah, like I bought you like a tennis bracelet. And I'm like, okay. Now at first I was like, I'm not Serena Williams, and then I looked up what a tennis bracelet was and I said, oh, perfect. And keep in mind, our conversations before like definitely indicated that he had money. Like I would ask him what he did for work, and he was like, oh, like I'm in like finance, I'm going into finance, I'm really excited. And he was like, yeah, like I have it like that, like not even like a flexy way, but he was like, I'm gonna take care of you, like you're never gonna work, like this and that. Anyways, so he's like, okay, I'm gonna pick you up at 6 o'clock, like send your address, this and that. Now, why'd I send him my address, right? Like, why'd I send him my address? But I did. I sent him my address, and I was like, okay. Because you know what? I'm like, you know what? Prove yourself, bitch. Like, prove it. And I hesitated before saying the address, but I fucking sent it. And then 5 o'clock hits, 6 o'clock hits. He is nowhere to be found. And like literally it said on his little thing like inactive, like not inactive, but like he wasn't like online to like this like dating app. So I was like, did we get in a motor collision or are we playing games again? There was no motor collision, trust and believe. He legitimately doesn't check, and I didn't even get ready for this date. Let's just start with that. I didn't even get ready for it because I was like, this is definitely part of like a role-playing skit. Like, I don't even fucking believe that. But I sent my address, I was like, you know what, like, he pulls up. Like, I'll walk out with the pepper spray, like, we can play a little duel, like, I don't know. But I remember he chats me at 11 p.m. And he was like, oh my gosh, like, I'm so all these fucking excuses, like Bible verses once again. And at this point I was like, you know what, like, I'm tired of being tired. So this time I'm like, double it, give it to somebody else. I don't feel like hearing it. And then his account poofs again. Like, it poofs like an hour after I said that, because he tried like fighting more, like trying to like get me to talk to him again, and then it poofed. Okay. But I remember this time, because I was like, he did this like the last time, like not to this extent. Like, I was like, I wonder if I can find this man. Hear me out. Because I was like, I have a bunch of pictures of him, and also he gave me like his name. Let me see what's going on. So I was like, is he even real? Like, what's going on? So I don't know what I thought I was doing, but like I typed in just his first name on the Instagram, okay? Keep in mind, his name's like, it's not like a common name, but like, it's not like uncommon. So I was like, I'm not gonna find this motherfucker. Lo and behold, I type in his first name and an account comes up. And I'm like, okay, like, I click on it, and the account, like, it just looks like a normal fucking frat boy account with his picture on it. And I'm like, oh, like, with his first name, perfect. And in the bio, I'm pretty sure it said a school in Florida. So I was like, oh! And then I go down and I see mutuals, a couple of my friends following him. So I say, fuck it. And I literally like go to call one of my friends. I was like, she's probably friends with him. Like, he looks like he's from her hometown. This is so fucking funny. Like, let me instigate. Because baby, you played with the wrong one. Sorry. So I literally call her and she's like, what the fuck's going on? And I was like, so listen, like, do you know somebody named blank blank? And she's like, yeah, like a confused like dog ear. And I was like, yeah. So I was like, he's been trying to have kids with me for the last 2 months and a half, but then he just like disappeared. Like, basically I explained every single thing to her, right? But I'm like getting ready to explain like the first part. Like, I like started explaining the first part and I'm cut off. And she's like, do you know who he is? And I was like, the head of the apple pie, pumpkin pie house. She's like, babe, he's famous. Famous for doing this shit? To which she explains that the account that I found for him, that was his private account for only his friends. She went to school with him. Keep in mind, I'm pretty sure from like kindergarten to like 12th fucking grade. Or maybe just middle school, I'm not sure. But like family fucking friends with him. And that family actually has a really big fucking vlog channel. A huge family channel. A huge one. Now granted, I only watch docuseries. I don't fucking watch like vlog channels. So I had no fucking clue. To which she proceeds to send me his public Instagram, which is verified and has hundreds of thousands of followers. Then I look up his family channel, millions of followers. Okay. Safe to say he is not 6'6", and I'm pretty sure he had a girlfriend at the time too.
Am I wrong for running away because my parents were late to my graduation over a labubu? Oh God. Okay, I know this sounds so ridiculous and insane. I, 18 female, am adopted and was adopted as a baby. My parents thought they couldn't have kids, even tried IVF. So when my sister Princess, 10 female, was born, it was a miracle. Everything changed. Princess was spoiled and was clearly the favorite. Never got in trouble and was always right. Got whatever she wanted and acted however she wanted. Her name is Princess. That just showed exactly what they think of her. So you don't need to explain more there. I got it. My parents didn't treat me badly though, but if I got 1 toy, Princess got 5. It sucked. I was jealous and I got in trouble for it. Princess got worse around age 6 when she realized how much she could get away with. She broke my things, hurt others, stole, and hated when anyone else had attention. I became a target. Luckily, I had friends, school, and relatives for support through, so it wasn't the worst. I did great in school and joined clubs and sports just to stay out of the house. During summer, I worked or interned just to avoid her. Now I have a car and a boyfriend since sophomore year. I stay with him a lot and his family loves me, so I'm barely home. Maybe 24 hours at most weekly. My parents didn't care and this was my normal, so I stopped caring too. Anyway, graduation was last month, one of the very few things I asked my parents to come to. I was excited. They seemed excited, and some relatives came too. But Princess had to ruin it. See, her current obsession are these plush doll keychains called Labubus. She collects them, and that specific day, she found a super rare one for sale in our city. Now, instead of contacting the seller and buying it the next day, my parents went to go get it, and not only spent $350, my grad gift was $150. Then they showed up so late, our caps were already being tossed. I was hurt. After graduation, I ignored them and went home with my boyfriend. I basically moved in with him at this point, since anytime I went back home, it was to get my things to go back. My parents called, texted, apologized, even came over and begged me to forgive them. Worst part of it all, they think it's the money and sent me another $100. I refuse to talk to them. Now it's serious, as they're threatening to report me as missing/a runaway and contact my future college if I don't go back home. I feel justified in my actions and don't think it's that serious, but am I the asshole?